choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because from our side he's heard voices pleading for peace at any price, or better rev than death, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. If nothing in life is worth dying for, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead, who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis, didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which they must not advance. Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material complications. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. He said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
And there you go. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. I love that intro. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. What's up, Brett?
What's up?
Notifications still ain't went out yet. There it is. Damn, 3 minutes. It's always messing. It's always 2 to 3 minutes. Then notifications come out. So, but hey, everybody, y'all know we show up Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Real Patriots Force. Just a second. A lot of people's hung over. They had to go back to work today, by George. So. Boy, that was sucking for that on that part.
Yeah. No, Hubby went back to work last night, but I mean, it was nice for him to have a 3-day weekend, and he met a lot of good campers, and he had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm sure they grilled out a whole lot. So
they grilled. I don't know what they were grilling, but I mean, I don't know. He met some people. Apparently, he was wet behind the ears he's 51. All these people were older than him, so they were having fun.
What's up, Scott? How you doing there, brother? Hope you had a great Memorial or Labor Day. Excuse me, Labor Day. Always get them two confused for some damn reason. Brett, I don't know why yours is showing up as host. I have no idea on that one.
What do you mean?
On my end, right here on my screen. I guess you typed in, "What's up, fuckers?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's the host with the most. Most cream.
That's awesome, Scott. That's freaking awesome, brother. So yeah. Yeah, I came home early and mowed grass.
Me too.
So don't you, girl? I'm telling you, you doing it with sling blades over. Either that or scissors. I mean, shit, fire down. Come on now.
It takes me 2 hours to mow my freaking property. So
I
that's like 2 hours a week.
I used to mow 5.5 acres every week. 5.5. Yeah.
With the tractor.
Nope. It was actually with a riding lawnmower.
It wasn't a push mower. He wouldn't be done till the following week.
Yeah, you got that right.
He
Then
could
you
mow
start
it
back
all the
over.
Exactly. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, just turn that off. But yeah, it was came home and got the grass moved and all that. Now it's getting ready to rain. So
Yeah, you always got to beat the rain. I mean, that's the fun thing with mowing, depending on how much you got to do. Because I don't care. None of these apps got it correct. I look at it, I look at the radar. It says it's going to do something, it never does it. I'm just like, what's the point of this?
I know this has been a shitty ass summer. It seems like it's either hotter than hell or raining.
Yep.
exactly, exactly.
Hi, Walker.
Yeah, ever who that Walker guy is, y'all make sure y'all block his ass. He's nothing but a pain in my damn ass. I mean, shit.
What a nice welcome, Pa.
You know that's me, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You welcomed
Okay.
yourself in.
I had to block. I just add him to the block list.
You don't send me no damn whispers because I won't reply to
God.
them. Just saying. Oh my goodness, alive. It's all good though.
Me, myself, and I.
So how'd the shipwreck show go last night?
It went very well. It did. It went. What was it, Brig? About an hour, close to an hour and a half.
Yeah, actually, hubby asked because he listened to it, so he wasn't watching it, but he listens to the show when he can. And he was like, "I'm a little confused. Like, you guys were there, and then there was this other," and then I explained it to him, and he said, "Oh." But I mean, he thought it was a pretty good show, and I said, I was getting a little fired up because it was just bringing some personal stuff up in my life that it might not have pertained on the same exact things, but it's just how corrupt school systems can be. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it did not make me happy listening to everything that, she's going through with her kid.
Yeah, that reminds me. That amazing that you said I got to see any of those videos for
Where
that.
Judge was in school and they did that
Yeah.
shit to her.
Yeah. It ain't right. I mean, she's following all the guidelines, doing what she's supposed to be doing, and then they're still like just playing.
If I was her, I would sue the shit out of that county,
She
the
is.
board, and the
She
fucking
is.
police.
Yes, she is. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not. They're not police or security. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought he was an off-duty cop.
he's off duty, but he's working as a security officer. So you got two different venues there. So yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, JJ was fired up, dude. She's bringing it to the house. You know.
She had every
And,
reason to be fired up. I mean,
yeah, and yep. And JJ, I mean, shipwreck, let her talk. You know.
yep.
So, but it was real good. I'm glad
And
she.
people have to understand what's going on in school systems because a lot of times people, you don't see a lot of that on mainstream media, or you might have a few friends that might be going through something like that, but it's more rampant than what you think.
Yeah.
Yep. And saying that this, I'm glad. Yesterday, let me see. I gotta add that shit up.
What's up, CLB?
What's up, CLB? Let me see. Let me see. 43 years ago, yesterday, my parents moved us out to where their place is now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because of the school systems in the city.
Hmm.
Now I'm talking about 20 minutes down the road. You know, so
Yeah.
well, I say 20 minutes, about 20 to 30 minutes. It's according to how I drive, but still,
Hmm.
we didn't realize what they was doing, what they're talking about. We just knew, hell, we moved to the country, you know. So it's all good, but yeah, 43 years ago yesterday. That's a damn long time ago.
Well, it was important. You're still remembering it.
Oh yeah, it's very important. Very important. My my mom and daddy ate when we done that. They went from a $80 a month house payment,
Mm.
$80 to $200 a month. And my daddy, even though he worked at the steel plant there down the road, he was getting laid off left and right. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
they still kept it going. So it was there until 2011.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's where I remember my childhood. You know, so
That's why my dad was like, because he belonged to the union because he used to work for he built like coal cars. He'll get laid off and stuff. I mean, he always did side jobs and shit. And
yeah, that's where my dad was.
stuff
I
like
remember. I remember one time. My daddy was laid off, and he was getting. I think at that time now this is we moved there in '79, so this is going to be probably '81 or '82, and he was work. He was getting $90 a week in unemployment. $90 a week. 5 people in the house. 5 people. And
Jeez.
my daddy went from working at that time while he was laid off from $12 and some few cents an hour to $3.25 an hour. Yeah,
Oh my. Wow.
just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
that.
So I seen that man build a daggum shed with the cross ties, and I went down there because it was right across the road from the house. Anyway, and I went. I couldn't lift up that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
a little bit old scrawny thing, but anyway, I went over there. I said, "Daddy, I'm gonna help you." He said, "Son, I appreciate it." He said, "There's no way that you can lift these things up." And he was doing this shit off a goddamn ladder.
Right.
He dug the holes with post hole diggers. He didn't have
Yeah.
no auger. He hand dug those jokers and tamped them in, got them
Yeah.
nice and square and everything, leveled all that, and he took him. And you believe that shit's still standing to this day?
I'd imagine.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he listed it. Now I'm talking about cross ties. I'm talking about railroad cross ties. If you ever try to pick up one of them jokers, them
Oh, they're
fuckers
heavier than
heavy.
shit.
They heavy. And
Yeah.
anyway,
I
he
know
lifted
you,
them. He
a
lifted
piece
them
like
up.
that, a piece
Yeah.
about like that is probably like over 100, close to 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, just
Yep. But he did. He done it. He lifted them jokers up over his head and put them. He built it. Yeah. So if you think you can't do it, you can do it. I got you. Put your mind to it.
there's a
Family
Right.
will,
comes.
there's a way.
Family comes first. Shit.
Yeah.
So
How's that song go? You got to put your back into it.
yep. You're exactly right. But hey, let me ask y'all something. Well, let me share something with y'all today because let me ask you, but I'm gonna share something with you. I should say. Do y'all think that a lot of people is going to be able to survive the next 2 years with this administration?
I pray and I hope, but I think that we're going to see a lot of changes that are going to be ugly and sad. And I mean, I'm worrisome. You know what I mean? Because I've already seen what's happening just this past year, and it's not getting any prettier.
Right.
I see people rioting and stuff that to feed their families because I think food's will end up getting real scarce.
Okay.
They keep this.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of hardship, and that's why we've said here on the show for what, how long we've been on Rumble, especially, but then on this show we've been saying it for over a year. Get prepared,
Hmm.
A lot of people not saying anybody in the chat room or anything like that, but a lot of people say, well, it's hard to do that. Well, okay. Well, if you smoke cigarettes, you drink cold beer or whiskey or whatever the case may be, you can put that shit down and save you some damn money. Just saying, And people say, well, man, that shit's hard. Okay, it's hard to do. Okay. I get it. But still, where there's a will, there's a way. That's why I'm glad we brought this up because talk about my dad and Brett used to talk about your
Yeah.
dad, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So today I went to the grocery store and they got this deli and that's where I normally get my lunch. And I was done pay for my lunch, and I was getting ready to walk out, but I was walking past the cash registers, and I seen this pretty little girl, and I didn't notice it, but I turned and I noticed she just grinning ear to ear. She's probably just a little bit over 2 years old, and she's just grinning. And she's hi, I just grinned at her and waved at her and stuff like that. And I said, hang on, I got to stand here for just a minute because there was something that caught my eye other than that little girl, and that was the fear on her mother's face.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
It was the fear on her mother's face.
Right.
And luckily it didn't happen, but if it did happen, I was like, it's just like God just held me back. If I hear that lady say, hey, the car's been declined, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna take care of it right then and there.
Right.
I'm not a rich man, but hey, you pay your tithes, you pay your dues, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. I'd rather help people out, as far as in real life situations, than to give it somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's weird because I was talking to my friend. She helped me get out today, so she talked to me while I was driving, and she had brought up something, and I was like, "Yeah, I used to do that years ago, like where you roll your own." And I mean,
Yeah.
she's got an electric one, and so I mean, first off, I know I should just quit, but it ain't that freaking easy.
Not
Not that
very good
easy.
electric one.
So I was like, okay, well, I mean, I know how to do that. So I was like, mine aren't that expensive. Now my husband's are like twice as much as what I pay for a carton. But I was like, you're right. I'd forgotten for like the last 10 years. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. I can go back and save some money that way. I mean, I might have to initially have a cost for getting an electric roller, which didn't exist as far as I could afford 10 or 12 years ago. But I'm like, I can do that. I said, that's a good point. I said, thank you for bringing that up to me because, I mean, like everyone, we're starting to look at ways to cut corners to, make ends meet. And
I can get a big bag of tobacco in 200 cigarette tubes in a box for like $12.
right. Yep.
There
And
you
it
go.
probably equals like what, 5 cartons? I mean, that's what it used to back in the day when I used to do it a long time ago. I mean, so mine are still cheap, so I'm not complaining, but I do know, like, I watched the grocery store prices like spike up a lot last week. My alcohol spiked up, and I know the smokes are coming. Like, I don't know when, because even when I stopped in there, they're like clueless. They're like, we don't know until next Monday. Like, we don't get the heads up. Like, it just comes in with the shipments, and we have to change the prices. And I was like, well, how fair is that? There's no heads up. They don't want you to know. They just want your money.
I know down here, I went to Family Dollar today because I didn't have nothing to drink, no caffeine or nothing. Went down here to get a Coke or something, like just in the little coolers they have. $2 for a bottle of Coke.
Holy crap.
Okay, get this shit. Get this shit. Now, when we go to the football games on Friday night, you know what I'm saying? A bottle of water, regular bottle of water, $3.
What?
Hot
At a
dog,
regular football game?
yes. A hot dog, $3. Hamburger, $6.
Oh
I
my
looked-
God.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Motherfuckers, this is not the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, what the hell is that
dude,
shit?
the first game, because there's something about football games, whatever the case may be, softball games. I just like to get a hot dog and a hamburger. But
Yeah.
I walked up in there and I said, okay, give me a water, give me 2 hot dogs, whatever. Well, that's going to be $9. That's $9. I said, how much? Everything went up to $3 except for hamburgers. They went
Oh
up
my
$6.
God.
I'm like, you can buy a case of this water here in Alabama at Sam's for $3.98 for 45 bottles of water.
Well,
Y'all add the math up, okay? Add the
yeah.
math up.
No.
So anyway, dude, I was bitching. I was complaining. I said, how much money is this going to the cheerleaders? Softball for the
Right?
girls. You know what I'm saying? Oh, none of this goes. This goes all to the baseball, basketball, and
Oh my
oh
God.
yeah, and football. I'm like, well, I tell you what, you just take all this right here and you put it back because I just start bringing my own shit in here. Well, you can't
Cook
do
my
that.
own
I
hot
said,
dog.
what the jackass said, well, you can't do that. I said, watch me. You gonna
There's no
stop me?
signs that say you can't cook your own freaking food at a regular, like, football game at a high school. Are you serious? I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
no. He was just being a smart ass. I told him I was going to oust it out. So yeah, everybody, that's Pleasant Valley, Pleasant Valley High School. Yeah, but
That's nuts. I
it's
mean,
not just there. It's everywhere else.
that makes me
Around
question
the
because
county.
I've not been to a live damn baseball game or football. Well, never a football game. I want to still go, but maybe not now. But I mean, I went to a baseball game, the only one I've been able to go to, and that was back in, like, what was it, 94? And I mean, I know it was crazy then because a beer was like $5, a freaking hot dog was like $4. But those are the prices that I'm thinking in my head. And I mean, granted, I know there's been some inflation since the 90s. But I mean, for you to talk about a regular freaking football game for your kid and you feel like you went to some sports arena and you're bend over.
Yeah, well, you bending over. So, with that saying, let's jump right on in there to it. Hey, y'all know Nancy Pelosi is looking for another job, right?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna have to dig. I started digging into it, and I ain't found that all out yet. But anyway, yeah, she's looking for another job.
Pelosi seeks ambassadorship to Italy if GOP wins House majority in midterms.
And we're gonna win big time. We're gonna win big time.
Well, they know we're coming.
Oh, we're not going nowhere. Just saying. So yeah, I saw the article on that part that I was gonna put out there.
Why won't that woman just freaking retire? Like, does she not have a life outside of this crap? Like, doesn't she have family? Or, I mean, she's 80 some years old. Go
Well,
enjoy your life.
obviously,
Out.
she got problems. You know what I'm saying?
Let her
Just
stay in
saying.
there. Fucking Trump will get rid of her.
I'm glad I'm not on TikTok because I would make a TikTok with the Amityville thing. Get out.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's so yeah. Let me dig into that, and I guarantee you, her son and other people is going to have business ties to the because I was already looking into the oil and gas industry
Shut
and the
down.
power grids. Who's in there?
Down.
What's up, Dan? How you doing there, brother? But yeah, let me do some digging on there because I'm gonna find out if her son's on the board of anything and how much stocks she got invested in Italy.
Don't dig too deep. You don't want to fall in.
Well, I know how to climb myself back out. But anyway, all right, here we go.
Ukraine wants to replace Russian gas supplies to EU. The plan includes switching gas-fired power plants to biomass and saving gas for export, according to blah.
Yeah, everybody, you want to say that shit? I call it Nazi. Hang on, there's another part of that one. Hang on.
Ukraine state emergency major plans to boost natural gas production and switch domestically to alternative energy, thus accumulating enough fuel to supply the EU during next year's heating season. The company's CEO told Reuters, according to Ukraine, could produce enough gas to substitute Russian supplies if it attracts investments in technology from Western partners. We're working on some new projects that can really expand production in Ukraine significantly by 30%, he said, noting that his company is exploring in horizontal drilling technologies in order to boost output.
So you get that right there. It says Western,
Oh, yeah, that's us.
Western partners.
Isn't that
That's
us?
us. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So they cut the United States gas supply off there in Ukraine. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're using supposedly Russia's gas to
Mm-hmm.
supply Ukraine. So what are they going to do? They're going to fire up the United States gas line.
Mm-hmm.
Got me? And they're going to ship it over there to the UK, EU, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Who's all involved with that? Biden and Nancy Pelosi and
Yeah.
Pelosi's son and Jim Biden. So we got to put Biden, Pelosi and Pelosi. Yeah, there you go. That's facts, folks.
Yeah. I just want to say bye, bye, bye. Get the hell out.
Get out. You know, but yet our energy costs, our fuel prices, and all that's rising up here. You know.
No, I know. I see it even like with what we've done. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I still have to call, but the thing is with your utility companies, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And you're going to have to pay if you want that luxury to have your damn utilities, and they know it.
Yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, have y'all checked in some of these countries? I forget. I ain't gonna try to say, or I can say the names. I just want to make sure. Anyway, other countries, dude, they're getting like power bills and electric bills, gas bills, and stuff like that for like $2,000 to $7,000 for a month.
Yeah.
For a month.
No. It's
Folks, folks, are y'all prepared? Are y'all prepared?
Well,
You know?
this is insanity. This is actually, and then like, here's something to be really fucking freaked out about. So that's going on. Meanwhile, as you see certain states, which thank God it's only been 2, but then they're going to look at like your Facebook and all your shit on there, and they're going to sit there and say whether or not you're credible to have your accounts.
Yeah. Hello, New York.
Yeah. No, I didn't call it out exactly. You did.
Hello, California. But yeah, I mean, shit.
I'm ready to see some people walk to the gallows.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I want to. I pay. Well, hey, we'll stream it live. You know what I'm saying? We'll pay for that shit.
Yeah, I'd pay to be the executioner for the fucking letter.
I pay the one. Damn, I want to be the one that pops them in the head.
You know, just give them some time. They'll join with something that we're going to read later. You'll just magically see them be like,
I wouldn't pop him in the head. That's too quick for me.
Yeah, but
that's the thing.
Well, I mean, that's the damn thing. That's the damn thing about it. They get to choose what they want to do, how they want to go out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to see them wet themselves in the next pop.
CLB had a question for you guys.
Who?
CLB.
What's the question?
Said I read something about how he paid off the debt to the central banks recently, years back. Y'all know anything about that?
He, specifically, who is he?
Talking about Putin?
I don't know. They didn't put it in there. CLB, you got to tell us who you're talking about.
Well, while she's doing that typing, we're going to go ahead and hit our merch right quick.
But anyways, I came on here to say Real Patriots Voice merch from Fed Up Gear. So, get your merch.
A storm is coming that you can't escape. Tears are falling like blood and rain. The thunder's shaking and it's gonna break.
So get your ass on over there to Fed Up Gear and get your goddamn merch. All right, let's see what CLB is talking about. Hang on.
He's talking about Putin. Talking about Putin.
Yeah. What was her main question again, though? Hang on. I read something about
her.
That CLB, I don't know specifically about that. All I do know is Russia was looking at defaulting on their payments, and then they went to, I think it's called a ruble or Uber, not Uber, but ruble, something like that. It's their own currency because they're backed by gold, the gold standard. So let me do some checking in on that one. Now I'll let you know more on that. But anyway, so if you want to get our mugs, that's a 20-ounce mugs. You can get 32, or you can get whatever size. Hell, if you want a goddamn gallon, I'm sure. I don't know if Carrier makes that. Hey, cheers, buddy.
Even on the bottom, it gets a cross.
That's right. And then you got the back of it, like he just showed you. And hey, you go right there. Projects by Carrie. Yep. Go get it. Go get it. And hey, if you want to help our boy out, old Fed Up over
Fed up.
here, I mean, well, usually he's in here. So, Brent, go ahead and scan that to your phones, and if you can, just send him a little bit of love. So, all right. So with that saying, let me see. Let's hit this next one. This just goes. Oh yeah.
Oh God. Trump blasts unwatchable Fox News, makes offer to help CNN. Former President Donald Trump.
You ain't got no one about that. I should have cut that one out.
Yeah,
He was talking about if they get more conservative. You know what I'm saying? So they're chopping heads over.
Well, they're trying to keep their freaking. Who thought CNN would be fighting for their freaking lives? I mean, that's what they're at. They're getting ready to lose their network.
Yeah, but supposedly, I mean, don't hold my feet to the fire here.
Yeah.
But it was one of Trump's guys that bought CNN. You got me? I just remember him saying, "I would rather see CNN burn to the ground than I can rebuild it the way it needs to be rebuilt." You know,
Right.
and I'll look for that video and we'll play it.
Right.
Not, but yeah, I mean that surefire damn. Go for it, Trump. Go for it.
I swear, like, I miss my friend that passed away last December. She was a big CNN supporter. She was a huge Democrat. I mean, maybe it's a good thing she's not around anymore because she probably would have stroked out already just seeing all of this stuff. So,
yeah. Well, bless her heart. At least she's hopefully in a better place. You know, she ain't dealing with this shit.
Down and there's some thunder. Like,
there you go. Let's see. Let's hit this one. We got two on this one.
OPEC cuts oil production just weeks after Biden fist bumped Saudi crown prince. OPEC announced that they were going to cut oil production by 100,000 barrels per day in October. This is the same amount they increased production by in September. In a statement, the group said the increase was only meant for September and not something that was meant to continue.
Get ready for your gas prices. Like Briggs said, you know. But now, listen, we cover this shit. Let me make sure I'm doing the right one. Okay. All right. My mouse is acting up here. Anyway, after the November election, it's going to skyrocket, folks. And now it's not going to skyrocket all across the country, but it's going to be in big states. Yeah.
And they're going to hand select which ones are going to take it up the ass. Sorry. There's no other way to put it, but that's what's going to happen.
That is very mildly. I mean, come on. You could say, well, but yeah.
They ain't going to give you no Vaseline at the pump either. You're just going to go there one day and be like, that's what's going to happen.
Exactly. So, get this shit. There's two of them. There's two of them.
Atlanta, Popeyes calls police on college student for trying to buy a homeless man food. Crazy Popeyes in Atlanta would not let me purchase food for homeless. A woman attempting to purchase food for a homeless man from a Popeye store in Atlanta had the police called on her. A student in Georgia State University said she was picking up an order for DoorDash at the Popeyes location last month when she saw a man who seemed hungry.
Yeah. Dude, this is in freaking damn Atlanta. Which, I mean, come on, Atlanta's a liberal city. But they're not going to allow you to say that's how this shit's going to roll. You know what I'm saying? Now,
And that wasn't
Go
in the
ahead.
mainstream media. Where is that? Like, it should be your right if you see somebody that you deem that is homeless and you want to help them out. That's your determination whether you want to do it or not. Why the hell are you going to involve them?
Okay, well, Brig, it doesn't matter if they're homeless or not. If I just see somebody's hungry, if you're hungry, I see you hungry.
Okay,
And
I need some Mickey D's, man. DoorDash it right now.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, it's just, it doesn't matter. That's what they're trying to cut. They're trying to cut it off. They're trying to cut it all off to where you're going to depend on us. Not the people, but the government.
Yeah, they don't want you to help each other out. I mean, I went through that last week. Like, I mean, all the skyrocket prices at the grocery store. I went to go pick up my juice boxes. They went up. She hooked me up. And you know what I did? I went back. I got one of the box of cracker things that I got for free. And I said, hey, you hooked me up. There you go. Scratch my back. I'll scratch your back. But they don't want us to even be able to do that anymore. And that's bogus.
I don't know what y'all talking about. So,
well, we were talking about how they're encroaching on, even like if I saw you and I don't know you and you're someplace and you want a chicken sandwich, and if I want to buy it for you, like, they're gonna have a fucking problem with it. Well, that's bullshit. It doesn't mean you're homeless or whatnot. That's encroaching on like me just wanting to do something for somebody else.
Yeah, I've seen actual videos where people, like, there'd be like a homeless person outside or something. They'll try buying food, and the staff will turn them down.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but if I go to like Wendy's or any kind of like drive-through or something, if I have the money, usually I'll pay for the people behind me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, that's just what we do down here. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got a problem with it. If they start having a problem with it, then by God, we'll just boycott their asses. You know what I'm saying?
We did in several different states that we've lived in. I mean, even when we were in Maryland, and we'd help people out. But I mean, this BS fuckery wasn't going on 10 years ago to that extent, not to what I'm seeing now.
Yeah, you can thank Obama. You can thank Obama for all that shit. So, all right, here we go. We got quite a few more.
What in the world? Mike Johnson blasts ad for new Fox Little Demon series.
You ain't got to read it all. Just read the little quote right there.
I gotta wait for this thing to go away. I couldn't get to the remote fast enough to shield my 11-year-old from the preview, and I wonder how many other children were exposed to it and how many millions more will tune into the new series owned and marketed by Disney. Thanks, Hulu.
Yeah, exactly. Now, listen, I went back to get that particular. I should have daggum screen recorded it. But once I went back to screen recorded it, it says, this is a private video.
Mm.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Imagine that shit.
Imagine that.
Hey, we got somebody from your home state that's bitching and moaning. You ready for this one? It's not the turtle. It's not the turtle. I promise you that one.
Come about Kentucky or?
Yeah.
Politics are killing people. Jennifer Lawrence says she's feuding with conservative family over abortion and gun control.
There's another part to it.
Oh my God, blow it up. Hang on.
Put them glasses on.
The 32-year-old Kentucky native commented on her family feud during a cover interview for Vogue. Lawrence discussed having nightmares about Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson, recalling how the 2016 election caused a major rift between her and some relatives. I just worked so hard in the last 5 years to forgive my dad and my family and try to understand it's different. The information they are getting is different. Their life is different, she said. I've tried to get over it and I really can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just unleashing, but I can't. Fuck with people who aren't political anymore. You live in the United States of America. You have to be political. It's too dire. Politics are killing people. Lawrence is an avid supporter of abortion and is pro gun control as well.
Bye bye, Jennifer Lawrence. Bye bye.
How can someone from Kentucky be
That
pro?
sucks. I actually like some of her movies, so that sucked to read.
I mean, someone like her, or it's like someone from West Virginia, Kentucky, or Alabama, or whatever, being pro gun control. You're living in the wrong fucking state.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about it is, I mean, yeah, we all know what the Hollywood Hollywood is. You know, it's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. You know, how much sex can I get? I mean, whatever I can do. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
they're gonna come back and they're gonna wish that they had not pissed off so many people like us. Okay. Because one day when the shit hits the fan, they're gonna be looking for protection. And I'm gonna tell you
Right.
right now. I don't watch what's it called? Oh shit. The zombie movie. What's it called?
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
I've never
They're
watched
going
that.
they're gonna be the zombies. Do you think any outsiders, if we have like a community, do you think I'm gonna allow any of them inside the community? Hell no.
Right.
Not gonna happen. Because all that's going to do is cause freaking goddamn drama. Well, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. You know? Shit. Screw all that. They made their bed, they can lay in it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said before, what sucks is, and I'm not the only one, like there's so many actors and actresses that we've either grown up with or we like their movies, but you don't really know these freaking people. And that's the problem. Like you get attached to something that they did, but that's not really who they are. And so it's disappointing when you find out who they really are. And then you can't.
That's like CLB was talking about. I mean, you got like these people from California moving to Texas with their fucking views and shit.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck in California. We don't want
Well,
y'all in our fucking states.
Well, I mean, the only reason I moved to California or to other states and moving out of California and New York is to get away from the high taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But they're bringing their political. They're running from shit like that. But they want to bring their political views to these Republican states and shit.
Yep. And that's how they're trying to turn a red state into a purple state. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw all that shit.
I say prayers for the Californians that are stuck out there that they are not a part of that movement. I mean, they chose to be there because it is a beautiful state in many places. And I mean, they don't agree with a lot of the people that are there. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, that it has to be that way. I mean, they've been trying to split that state for how many years now?
Quite a few years.
I mean, I've been a 49ers fan for years. I mean, years and years when Montana played and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to go to San Francisco. You couldn't pay me to go to San Francisco now. Ain't no fucking way.
No. Sure
You don't have $15 for a hot dog either.
Sorry. I've never been to a pro football game, I've been to pro baseball games. The Atlanta Braves, but it's been several decades since I've been to an Atlanta baseball game. But I do know, as far as University of Alabama, you go buy a hamburger or a hot dog there, yeah, you're gonna drop about $12.
Yeah. No, that's where I'm at. Like, I want to ask somebody that's like in our family because she does live in California, and they quite frequently go because so and so likes the Giants, and they've gone several times. But that's one question, and I'm gonna be like, maybe they're not buying it, but I'm like, if you know what the price is, let me know because I mean, I'm curious to see what they're charging over there. I mean, even my home state in Ohio, people went to the fair and it was insane. It was like $10 to get in, $5 for a ride, $5 to play the cane game, or the beta fish is gonna freaking die the next day. So I mean, and they wanted to enjoy it, but here's the problem: the craft booths that used to be great, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The FHA buildings, nothing. There ain't nothing there. I mean, nothing at all. And I mean, and food vendors, they used to be double of euros or the Italian sausage or the vinegar fries. There wasn't that, but the prices were astronomical. Like they went for 4 hours just to take their grandson.
I
And it was
knew I had a. I mean,
$100.
it's been about 15, 20 years ago. One of my buddies went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I forget where he said. I forget what state that's in. But he said he paid. I think it's like $8 for a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was about
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago.
Wow.
I was like, ain't no fucking way.
So let's
Just
grab this
insanity
right here.
prices. I grew up in Ohio, so Cedar Point was, it's $100 for a freaking ticket to just get in for one day.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Like what I said before, Bed Bath & Beyond CFO wasn't alone in New York City apartment when he jumped to his death. New reports say...
No, hang on. I should have cut that one out. Don't worry about it. All right, so here's the second part to it.
52 died, and what police have said appears to have been a suicide, according to the New York Times. His body was found Friday near the Jenga building where he lived and appeared to suffer from injuries indicative from a fall from an elevated position, police said in a statement. At the time of the plunge, his wife was in the apartment, according to the New York Post.
Can you not listen? His wife was supposedly in the apartment. All right, so this is what's going on. That's why I've started to put it out there, but I had to wait. So I'm glad I waited because more details always come out. With that saying, he was he sold like 55,000 shares of his own stock and a lot of money, but he was getting people in there to buy shares. Okay. So he was deceiving them, saying, "Yeah, man, everything's going good and all that stuff." When they're going to be closing like I think it was like 100 stores across the country.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. So his wife's not going to get any money. You know what I'm saying? So
She probably pissed him off.
she probably pushed his ass off the gum deck.
I don't know. We'll find out. Was it the Times that posted it correctly or the Post? Well, we'll see. Tune in next time.
But it said in that article, it said, his back was in the apartment.
All right. I know.
What does that have to do with any damn thing? His back?
I don't know. What do you ride his bike off the building? Maybe that's happening.
I don't know. I mean, was he jumping or something with his bicycle?
Yeah.
Being like Spider-Man or something? I don't know.
Something between bungee jumping and what's the other thing? Where they just base jumping. So he like base jumped off with his bike, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, his parachute didn't come out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Do I feel bad for the family? Yeah, I guess a little bit. But is he gonna be missed? No, because he deceived a lot of people.
Yeah.
When you deceive a lot of people,
Karma's a bitch.
Karma is a bitch. Is it? So now, Brett, before we go to your little article, I got one before that, but I got a video. Listen, y'all. This is Dave and Brig after Labor Day yesterday. Okay, just saying.
He's like, "You drunk bitch, why you done? Give me another drink. I spilled mine."
Oh my God.
He stole hers.
Forget chair dancing. That was stair dancing. You need to find a song that goes with that.
Well, I was looking for a certain song anyway. I didn't have
No.
it. I thought I did, but damn, I'm glad nobody was actually physically harmed in that video. But
Right.
but the fact of the matter that he reached down there and grabbed her drink and started walking back up the stairs with it.
Oh, and who the hell was filming the damn video? That's what I have to say. They're just busy laughing their ass off filming it.
No, somebody had hacked into their camera in the house.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice to know.
Because now sometimes when you sign up for security camera services,
Right.
people can actually grab and hack in.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
mean, I've thought about that because we got some in our house, and sometimes I'm just like, like it notifies me, like if you turn off a light, it'll say you saw whatever, and sometimes it's in our living room, and I'm like, I don't know, I really like this being here. I know that's where we want it to be, but I don't always trust everything.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so that's the one. Y'all get ready. They keep saying we're gonna have a civil war. Okay, they keep saying that.
If you don't want a civil war, vote for Democrats in November. Kathy Griffin, the same psychopath who took photos and released a video of herself holding the decapitated head of President Trump, is now declaring civil war if Americans don't vote for Democrats in November. Hi, Hitler. Well, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that must be Biden's biggest fan.
No, that's Obama's biggest fan.
Well, probably.
But to round it out, even though we showed the video of Brig and Dave falling down the stairs and shit on Labor Day. Just do not. Hey, listen. If you're going to drink, don't have stairs. Okay, please don't. Don't have them. Just walk straight in.
I got a green screen in my house because my husband was like 7 hours away from me. So I'd really like to see how that fucking happened.
I just had to throw you under. All right, but anyway, all right. So listen. So at least there's one happy camper tonight. I can guarantee you this one. So this is a good end to the show. Here we go. Now I got a video with this one.
Stranded fisherman clinging to rock saved by Coast Guard during Tropical Storm Earl.
No, this was like a 2-minute and some video. I'll cut it down.
German survivor are just below the cabin. Okay. German survivor are outside the cabin. Bring a German survivor to the cabin. German survivor.
And at least he's safe at home with his family. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, that's.
And thank God for our United States Coast Guards. Because they go through a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
They save a lot of lives. See you, Scott. Have a good one. Any last comments before we end it?
Keep your faith.
All right, so Brett's want me to go. All right, I got you. Thank y'all again for allowing us to be here, to come into your house, cars, RVs, whatever the case may be, here on Real Patriots Force. Remember, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property. Always be prepared.
Love and respect, guys.
Peace.
We fought a revolution to secure your liberty. We wrote the Constitution as a shield from tyranny. For future generations, this legacy we gave to make you the land of the free and home of the brave. The freedoms we secured for you, we thought you'd always keep. But tyrants labored endlessly while your parents were asleep. Now your freedom's gone. Your courage is lost. You're no more than a slave in your land of the free and home of the brave. You buy permits to travel, permits to own a gun, permits to start a business or build a place for one. On land you think you own, you pay your yearly rent.
But you don't have a voice in saying how that money's spent.
Now your children attend a school that doesn't educate, and your Christian values can't be taught according to the state. You read about your current news in a regulated press and pay more taxes than you owe to that thing called IRS.
Your money's no longer made of silver or gold. Trade your wealth for paper so your life can be controlled.
And you pay for crimes that make your nation turn from God in shame. And now you've taken Satan's number, traded in your name. You give your government control to those who could do you harm, so they could padlock churches and steal the family farm and keep the nation deep in debt while putting men of faith in jail, and then harass your fellow countrymen while your corrupt courts prevail. Your public servants don't uphold the solemn oaths they've sworn, and now your daughters visit doctors so their children won't be born. You send guns and artillery to foreign shore, and then you send your youth to slaughter fighting other people's wars. Could you regain the freedoms for which we fought and died, or have you lost your courage and your faith to stand with pride?
Are there no more values for which you fight to save?
Or do you wish your children to live in fear and be a slave? And people of this republic, it's time to rise and take a stand. Defend the Constitution, the supreme law of your land. Preserve your great republic and every God-given right. And let us pray to God to keep that torch of freedom burning bright.
As I awoke, he vanished, in the mist from which he came. His words were true. We are not free. We have ourselves to blame. For even now, as tyrants trample each God-given right, we only watch and tremble, too afraid to stand and fight. If he stood by your bedside, in a dream while you're asleep, and wondered what remains of our rights he fought to keep, what would be your answer if he called out from the grave? Is this still the land of the free and the home of the brave?